Hey, it's James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and in today's lesson we're going to show you how to play Perfect by Ed Sheeran. Before we get started, we need to put a capo on the first fret. So just get it on there nice and snug next to the fret, test out each string, and retune your guitar. If you find that you enjoy learning with us, especially if you've watched some of our other lessons before and you've actually learned how to play some tunes through us, I'd be really grateful if you could take a moment to help support us, and that's as simple as just liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and leaving a comment. It really helps us out a lot, and I'm super grateful for that. Anyways, we're going to start out with the chord shapes. First, we have a G chord. Then we have E minor. And switching from G to E minor, try to leave your first finger down. So we just pivot on that finger, add that other finger, we get E minor. Next we have C, and for C, we can leave that second finger down. So practice that, just pivoting. And also, try not to hit the lowest string on that C chord. And then finally we have D. And from D, we're going to be switching back to G during the verse. So let's just take a look at that switch. We leave this finger down. See that? So if you find that you do have problems with the chord switches, you can just work that out. Just go from G to E minor, leaving that one finger down. C to E minor, leaving that finger down, D to G. And if you need any extra help with that, we go over all of that in our free ebook. It's available for free to all of our subscribers. There's a link down below. I think there might be a card there. And if you visit that link, you'll find a page that has just a bunch of stuff you can practice. It really breaks down a lot of those chord switches. And now let's practice playing the chords in order. We're going to start off on G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, switch to E minor, 2, 3, gonna go to C, and then to D. So that all one more time. G, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, gonna switch to C. So just work on that a whole bunch of times, just like that, counting along and strumming until you can get through the chords really easily, really naturally. And once you have the chords down, we can take a look at the strumming pattern. On the original recording, he's playing it like this. And we will show you how to play it just like that. But first, we'll quickly show you how you can strum this if you're not really into the fingerstyle thing. It's really simple. We just have our chord shape and we do a big stroke and then two little ones. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... And we count it just like that. I'll do it really slowly. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Then we move on to the next chord and the next chord, and we just keep doing the same thing. Now back to that finger picking pattern. So we have our G chord here, and we're going to put our thumb on the lowest string. We're going to skip a string, first, second, third finger. So these are the strings we're plucking. And during the first verse, before the song really picks up, before the bass comes in and stuff, he does it really, really simply. So we pluck them all, and then we just continue with our fingers. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Switch to E minor, same thing. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. On C, a little bit different. Our thumb is moving to the A string. Otherwise, exactly the same. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... And then for D, top 4 strings. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... So that's actually really simple, and that's how we'll do it the first couple times through the chord progression. Then the third time, a bass comes in, so we have to add a bit of a bass line. And all we're going to do there is just a couple extra plucks with our thumb. So it goes like this. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... I'll do it with the fingers now. Together. And a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... And I know it sounds super boring when you play it that slow, but you gotta play it slowly like that till it's nice and comfortable. And once you speed it up, so take your time with that, practice it on each of the chords, and when you're ready, we can put it all together. We're gonna play through the verse a bit slower than the original recording. Let's try it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The chorus uses the exact same chords as the verse, but in a different order, and we're gonna play each one for half as long. So instead of doing 4 strokes on each, like 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, we're just doing 1 and a 2 and a, and then moving on to the next chord. So it goes like this. I'll play it really slowly. We do that 4 times, and then we play this. So before we try that together, let's just take a quick look at how the faster chord switches, because now we're only doing them for 2 beats each, let's take a look at how that affects our finger picking pattern. We're starting off on E minor, and we're going to start off the same old way we always do. So that's 1 and a 2 and thumb. And then we switch to C. So we're dividing the strumming pattern exactly halfway over each chord. 1 and a 2 and a, 1 and a 2 and a. And it might be a bit tricky to get your thumb to that next note. E minor 2 and a, C and a 2 and a, 2 and... So just practice that, just the thumb part. Still make the full chord shape, and then add the fingers. And that ending bit, that it's really simple. We're just plucking some chords. So we start off on G, G, D over F sharp. We never really went over that chord shape. When you're switching from G, just leave that finger down. Put your middle finger right there on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. First finger right there. And we're just plucking the same strings that we've been plucking the whole time. E minor. For D, all the top 4 strings. C, middle 4 strings. So let's try putting that all together now. We're going to play the entire chorus a bit slower than the original recording. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the only part of this song that we haven't covered is the guitar solo. And during that part, all you need to do is just play it exactly like you're playing the verse. So the guitar solo happens over the verse. And aside from that, we've gone over everything it takes to play this tune. So practice each bit slowly. And when you're ready, put it all together. Just keep playing through this tape and going through the play-alongs. And hopefully with a bit of hard work, you can get this tune together. If you need any extra help, don't forget to check out our ebook. There's a link down below. It's free to all of our subscribers. Have fun practicing, and I'll see you next week.